Hi, this is Leslie Burns again, just checking in with you guys regarding those events that you're planning out there. I'd like to talk today about the weddings, bridezillas, and monster-in-laws, as you so affectionately put it in your letters to me. Question, how do you handle a bridezilla? And how do you handle the family of that bride? Well, let's start from the beginning. What is a bridezilla? A bridezilla is a bride who is getting a little carried away on her wedding day. Someone who, in leading up to the planning steps, feels that she can be a bit, selfish or demanding because it's her wedding day and it's the day she has probably waited most of her life for, maybe a first-time bride, and someone who feels that she should be the center of attention and everything should happen the way she wants it to. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with bridesmaids, you're dealing with mother-in-laws, you're dealing with sisters and brothers, siblings, that is very far from the truth very often, and sometimes her family will give her a hard time, which puts her in a bad mood and makes it difficult for you as the planner to work with her. So the first thing we want to remember is that it is her wedding day and that you want to remain as professional at all times as possible. Have as much patience as you possibly can because it's going to be very trying on your patience. And then of course make sure that you communicate with her very early on. Have a sit down with the bride and or the groom together or together, individually, and find out what their expectations are. How do they envision their event going? Exactly what type of help are they envisioning they will need from you? Some will want you to do every single thing. They want you to be kind of on call. Others will only want you to come in and handle certain portions of the event for them, maybe only the reception, and they'll take care of the wedding. Maybe they don't need you to plan the honeymoon at all, but others will want you to plan every phase of the event down to the specific selection of the utensils on the table. So you want to get a clear understanding of what they're expecting and what their budget is. That's the very first question. What type of budget do they have? Do they expect that they will change that or modify that throughout the planning phase, or are you expected to stay within that with no changes? Because sometimes the desire of the bride is that she wants, champagne on, maybe a Pepsi or Coke taste budget. So we just want to understand what can be done within that time for her to suit her needs. Some adjustments may need to be made as you go, but making sure you're communicating with the decision maker, which would either be the bride or maybe her family, whoever's paying, to let them know what is possible. And then the larger the wedding party, you can expect, of course, many more opinions, questions to come your way. Again, remain professional at all times and defer back to the bride or defer back to the decision maker as to what can be done, what can't be done. Oftentimes, the bridesmaids or the maid of honor, matron of honor, whomever you're working with, will feel that they know best because they've been part of weddings before or they have been married before, but you will just have to kind of settle down and temper the expectations as to what the original requests were, and if changes are needed, you need the bride or the groom to stamp off on those. So this is just the beginning. We'll talk about how to handle the bridezilla specifically and the monster-in-laws in coming videos. Please definitely check back with me if you have any questions or any comments regarding the bridezilla and monster-in-laws at LeslieCBurns@gmail.com. Thanks.